Hi, I'm Gia, and I'm here today with John Logan from PowerFit.
Glad to be here, Gia.
Thank you. And we are going to make some delicious nut milk. And so people always ask me as a raw foodist, how do you get a lot of protein? Well, we're only going to use a cup of nuts today, and did you know, John Logan, that has over 24 grams of protein? So this is super simple. We're going to make nut milk in just a few minutes, and let's go ahead and get started. I also just kind of a fun fable or folklore, if you will, is often in Greece people will give guests as they come in 3 or any odd number of almonds, and the reason that they do it is it's a sign of prosperity. I love those facts about the various things that we're eating and how it's come into play. There's more, ask me about it later. But
okay.
So to get started, all you're going to do is go ahead and put your cup of nuts. Now, did you soak your nuts already, John?
Was I supposed to soak my nuts?
You need to soak your nuts. So,
okay. Did you soak these for me?
You know, I took liberties and I soaked your nuts, and generally what that looks like is we just put that into some nice clean water for about 18 hours for almonds.
Okay, great.
So your nuts have been soaked.
My
so
nuts
go ahead
are soaked.
and pop them in the blender. So we're going to blend this, and I'm going to help you. We're going to add, so that's 1 cup of nuts and 2.5 cups of water.
Can you warn me next time if I'm supposed to soak my nuts?
I will Facebook you.
Okay.
I'll make sure. And then we're going to, you know, this is the thing, the whole reason this started was because one time I was making nut milk, and I blasted the milk all over me, because this, you really want to make sure that it's down tight. So anybody who's doing this for the first time, get your blender lid on tight.
It's tight.
And so if it's tight, then we're just...
How long, Gia?
About 30 seconds.
Okay. We good?
Not quite
A
yet.
little bit longer? Oh, okay. Counting down.
Very good.
Great.
Okay, so then... Now, what I've done to make it easier is I've got a nut bag, and all we need to do is pour that into the nut bag, and we're essentially going to sift this through. And what's kind of fun, if you have kids, it's great to have the kids kind of mash it down, and then you can actually use the nut pulp later on for breads and different, a lot of actually really wonderful desserts.
Well, I'll be that kid today.
Okay, you can be the kid, so I hope the camera can get this. There we go. And go ahead and use both hands. Now, did you wash your hands?
I did wash my hands.
Very good. And just really strain out all the nut milk. It's
kind of fun.
Isn't that awesome? I mean, what's great about this is this has no antibiotics in it, no hormones, just fresh nut milk. And you can use nut milk for several different bases for your sauces, for your salad dressings, or just as an actual drink. Okay.
All right. We
so
looking
that
good?
Sifted out, yeah.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do, and you can go ahead and put that back in the same bowl.
All right.
Perfect. And we're just going to feed that back into the blender. And for this particular nut milk recipe, I'm actually going to add a little vanilla and agave. Do you want to rinse off?
Yeah.
Here's this.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So I'm going to have you measure 1 tablespoon of agave.
And what is agave?
Agave?
Agave.
Agave is actually a wonderful sweetener. It's made from an agave plant. It's actually taken out of the sweetener, is taken out of the center.
So fill it all the way to the top?
All the way to the top. And what's great about this is it doesn't change, it doesn't raise your glycemic index.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so it doesn't raise your sugar levels as high as basic sugar. So it's a really nice organic sweetener.
Okay.
The other thing we're going to do is we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to let you add that.
Good old vanilla, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, right to the top.
Wonderful. And then you're going to put your lid on really good so you don't have nut milk all over you.
Yeah, I don't want nut milk.
No. You're all nice and clean. We don't have our aprons on today.
All right, here we go.
Okay, and then we're just going to press number 1.
I didn't know that making nut milk would be so fun.
Yeah. good to go.
So it's that easy, huh?
It is that easy. And this will last in your refrigerator for about 3 to 5 days. Thank you.
Great. Well, let's cheers.
Somebody